Hello, you guys. I'm in the silent mode, so I'm working through some heavy shit. Things are being a little bit, we are being burned. You are being fortified in the fire of your own circumstances. The split of the timeline is no joke. You can imagine it like everything what is keeping you wired in the 3D. We are heavily shutting door on 3D. The train is going really fast. Every single pull you are having into the 3D, you're gonna experience multiple times per day. We are fluctuating. The best way, of course, is to stay in some 0 point state. It's quite difficult to navigate this time, so I decided to show up and just a little bit cheer you up because the world is going really nuts. I mean, March was crazy. The purging, the shedding, oh my God, the internal heat. If you have a lot of internal heat, that's because we are being burned. As I said, you are being fortified and burned, but it does not mean to completely destroy you. The cells and everything, the template, the old 3D template needs to be stripped of your self. We're not going to the 5D. You know, there is this ideology, 3D, 5D. We're not going to the 5D. We are going to Harmonic Universe 4. 5D is non-physical. You don't have body there. You don't even, I mean, until you have the vessel, unless you don't know how to drop it and leave it here, or transmuted it into some crystalline or etheric kind of lighter form of it, nearly transparent looking, then you still wired in a 3D. I see these a New Age and other spiritual leaders constantly talking about a 5D, fifth dimension is non-physical. We're not going there unless you just get rid of the body. So let's a little bit keep this one clear. So we are all we're doing, we are constantly clearing the vessel, constantly reprogramming the cells, constantly clearing, constantly shedding. This year is absolute nuts. I mean, since the COVID started, I was not laughing. I remember that before the entire thing hit, I saw it as a vision. I did not know what it really means in back then. Everything you see in your mind's eye is gonna manifest. That's all the visionaries and all the visionaries or the oracles and the seers carry this at the burden of the knowing, right? It's very difficult to knowing things that, whatever. Here comes as well the discernment. We are learning this year a lot. We are learning discernment. We are learning trust. You are learning to surrender to your higher self, to the doing, to the process of ascension. It's all about the throat chakra, all of it. Throat chakra is connected to sideways to the bottom chakras. So no matter what is going on under a plane, which is going on with root and sacral, like insecurities, it's all connected to your throat chakra. It's wise to constantly working the system by some powerful yogic practices. Sound must be there, just that you easing up the load of the purging. The purging is no fun. Heat in the body, vertigo. If you have a vertigo, there's gonna be as well a depression and this kind of a stuff, anxiety, fear. doubt, because we are stepping into the unknown. So that is hitting constantly. People are losing the hope. It's a cocktail of the energies at the moment. Like everybody is either angry, there is a build up resentment, there is people are being angry that they're being lied to. It's big, like fluctuating constantly between this. You have to try to make sure that you can somehow stay in the middle of the storm. In, like, they always say you have to be the eye of the storm. Where is it the least turbulent? The thing with the splitting of the timeline, it is very simple. We are completely shutting door on 3D. And that means that all the 3D systems are collapsing. That means there has to be slowly build up something new in place, that then the other thing can collapse completely. It's not gonna be like poof, and there is nothing. That's not gonna be like that. But just how to navigating the splitting of the timeline energetically is make sure that you do shadow work and you have some solid spiritual practices, and I mean Kriya, with the sound, yoga. If you don't do yoga, if you do Tai Chi, that's not enough. You need to use sound. You need to use mantras, you need to chant, you need to produce the sound in the system on your own. Sound is gonna be like number one, because that is over the fifth dimension, is a sound field. I would have to have a look on my map what type of body. You don't have body, there. So what we are trying to do with the human system is making it as clear and as possible out of the toxicity. Here comes the diet, slowly, surely, like completely getting rid of the food. You're gonna be living on prana. If you are really going to the fifth dimension, like everybody is saying. Bashar he was saying that we are going into the harmonic universe 4. That includes them going with us into the harmonic universe 4. They are quasi-physical. They don't have body. They can have body and they don't need to have a body. I think there is something like that. They're quasi-physical. I don't remember anymore. But like this is a good example, okay? That we understand as well, like, this bullshit like about a 5D. We're not going to the 5D. That's a long journey. People are gonna be dropping the body if you're going to the 5D. That is going completely out of the construct. It's like when you leave the body, you've got a body, but it is more like advanced, more real. It's different. It has a little bit. It has different substance to it. It's more. I can't explain it. It's that's the thing. It's unexplainable. A lot of these things, if you can't explain how the peach tastes like to someone who never tasted a peach. So pause. Yeah. It is very simple navigating the timeline split. I give you a tool. How to like little bit, you can try if it works for you or how you can go with it. You have to constantly asking yourself, are you standing on the 3D timeline, or are you standing on the other one? Multiple times per day, because you are constantly fluctuating between the timelines. Unless you don't have really some solid practice that is keeping you in a higher frequency. But most of us are using the practices to bypass, to feel good. And we don't do shadow work with it. So if you do shadow work with it, you shift 11-11. I mean, the power of the Kriya Yoga, for example, gives you clarity and works the vessel. If you do shadow work on top of that, like, okay, I got some triggers, why I have this trigger, what it means, really do the shadow work deeply on something, you will shift faster. That's how I shift. I do both. I'm not gonna be constantly, endlessly doing just Kriya and waiting that something happens, because I did that and nothing happened. I mean, a lot of things happened, but the yogic practices are given to you that you actually start breaking apart. And then, you are forced to scale up, because the future requires a different type of you, different version of you. So navigating the timeline split is, as I said, you have to constantly asking yourself, where are you? Are you on the 3D timeline, or are you on the new Earth? Let's call it the new Earth timeline. Because there is going to be more places where the people are going to go. It's not just going to be one place. There are 3 different types of Earths there where the people are going to go. And there is as well inner Earth. It's another portal where you can go through. A lot of leaders are doing moves. A lot of big leaders are doing moves closer to the portals, if you noticed. They are moving into the places of the higher frequencies. I've been called as well to move in some place. We're being called in the different places. And as well, we are being called to cooperate with each other, the big leaders, because they are all working solo, most of them. They're having their own communities, but now it would be really good to see that 2 leaders working really closely together on something. I saw this one only, let's say, in yoga, in these yogic circles. That's more common. Food is the food chain is highly toxic. I completely lost my interest about the food. I'm still having a really cool recipes, which I'm gonna put out there on my food blog. I think that is gonna be now really handy. You have to start stripping off the toxicity, because as well that creates a lot of turmoil in the body during the process of, that is keeping you as well stuck in a 3D. Let's face this, So it's crazy. You're gonna be overwhelmed. There is an information overload as well. There's a lot of choices are gonna be there for you to choose from. Internet is flooded. We are being completely bombarded by the information, by the new frequencies, by the street lights, you name it. I have to make sure that I can finish this before that starts. 144. We are still working through the 5 core limiting beliefs. And one of them is the sense of belonging. That's why everybody is now trying to open up the community. There is a big tests are gonna be placed on the chosen ones. You're gonna be tested. Your heart is gonna be purified. Purification of the heart is really heavy. It's very emotional at the moment. I've been having breakdowns. I've been having breakdowns a lot. So you're not only one, you're not alone. And if you feel lonely, remember, solitude is not loneliness. Universe always have to separate his chosen one. And there is as well a time and period before you being elevated, you need to be separated from the crowd and from the old. So you practically not losing anything. It feels like that, it feels like you're dying. It feels like, but you are dying only to your old self. You're not really physically dying. Unless you're not really physically dying. You are not broken, you are being rebuilt. That's another one that I want to tell you, because when there is this timeline split like this and the systems are crumbling, there is gonna be as well financial debt for a lot of you. A lot of the chosen ones who are being activated that late right now are gonna be asked to walk the path of gratitude. And that will require a very different way of being. I have to put the light on. It's getting dark. So if you are completely financially broke, it's okay. You're not being broken. You are being rebuilt. And if you are like me, you tried absolutely everything and all you got is shut door, that's because you're not listening. You are being asked to rely completely on the divine provision, which is crazy. I still don't know how to do it. I mean, I do already. It's been a process. Leave me some comments down below if you need some help, some reading or something. You can always drop me a line, just in case that you know that you're not alone. That there are people who you can contact and like talk things through. It's been crazy. I know. You always, here comes the free will as well, like between the timeline split. All you are doing, all the free will, what free will is like you are having a free to choose if you're gonna perpetuate the old one or you're gonna choose the new one. That's all where the free will comes into. There is nothing like crazy about it. People do not understand the free will. It's a condition in this realm. It's a tool. Now the vertigo. I've been having vertigo right now. When you're moving clockwise, you are moving into the right timeline. When you're moving counterclockwise, you just have to observe yourself. It's usually from the bottom, the root chakra is moving.